When you see blood, but it's not human, not animal. That's when you start asking, what was out there? My friend handed me a thick gray file. His eyes said something was off. He told me, "You're not gonna like what's in it." I read the report slowly. Everything started when I was working as a ranger in the West Virginia Wildlife Preserve. I was in a remote preserve where people thought animals would respect boundaries. I arrived at the station, and there were already 4 reports of vacation homes being broken into. I was assigned a case. A deer broke into an elderly couple's house. They locked it in a side room. I approached the door slowly, but whatever was behind it didn't feel right. But just before I touched the door, I felt it. A stare. From the far corner of the room, something was watching me. I stepped back instantly. I didn't know why, but my whole body screamed, "Run." I didn't look back. I just ran. After I ran far enough, I stopped. I couldn't hear anything behind me. But the silence, it felt wrong. Then I felt it behind me. Not a sound, but a presence, like the whole forest had stopped breathing. Then, a sound. Not a scream, not an animal. Something in between, like it was calling me from deep in the woods. I couldn't take it anymore. I decided to head back to the cabin. The mystery weighed heavy on my chest. When I returned to the cabin, the elderly couple stood by the door, staring at me in fear. When I returned to the cabin, the 2 elderly women stood by the door, staring at me in fear. One of them trembled, covering her mouth, while the other held her, trying to calm her down. I slowly approached them, raising my hands in the air, trying to calm them. But when I opened the room's door again, I froze in place. No one was there, but the room felt like someone had just left. No one was there, but the room felt like someone had just left. I felt a cold breeze pass beside me, as if someone had just walked by. Then I saw something strange reflected in the window behind me. I turned around quickly, but no one was there. I pushed the second closed door, and it creaked open slowly. And there, the deer was lying at the center of the room. I immediately called my friends at the Ranger Center and asked them to come right away. They arrived and took samples from the area and the animal. I went back home that night, but a strange feeling of fear kept haunting me. The next day, I returned to the Ranger Center, and one of them told me the blood wasn't deer blood. I froze for a moment, then asked calmly, "If it's not deer blood, then whose is it?" The man paused for a moment, then said, "We don't know yet." I felt a sting in my chest, like something inside me had started to move. I decided to go back to the lab to ask for an official explanation. At the lab, they said the sample was lost and the message was a mistake. I went back to my car, but inside me, something still didn't feel right. There are places no foot should tread, places that hold secrets older than time, places that change you forever. That forest showed me a horror I never imagined. I don't even know where to start. I still see those shadows when I close my eyes. At first, everything seemed normal. Just an old forest, majestic and eerily beautiful at the same time. The deeper I went, the more that strange feeling crept in. A sense that I was being watched. Then I saw those symbols. They weren't animal-made. And they didn't look recent. Those markings, they were just the beginning. The sounds started not long after. The markers I'd left to find my way back. They vanished, as if the forest itself was rearranging its paths to mislead me. It was no longer just a feeling of being watched or fleeting unease. It had become real, palpable terror. I felt like the forest didn't want me to leave. Darkness fell suddenly, much faster than it should have, as if the day had been swallowed whole by the forest. I started hearing clear footsteps very close to me, but every time I shone the light, there was nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't know what those things were, but in that moment, I knew I had to run. I had to get out of there. Immediately, I ran. I ran with all my might. I didn't know where. Just running away from that, I felt something touch me. It had no weight, but it was cold as ice. A bone-chilling cold. It wasn't entirely physical. Light. Amidst all that despair, I saw the distant light. A glimmer of hope. I don't remember exactly how, but I found myself outside that cursed forest with the first faint streaks of dawn. Even now, I can't stop this shaking whenever I remember.